Now, I want to read a scripture that starts this whole thing off about the character of God. If we don't understand his character out of his writings, then we don't understand anything really about him, and we'll never be able to properly enter the kingdom. So I'm going to start reading. This is the first indication showing how that we can negotiate with our God. Very clear. This is Moses talking to God. Listen to this. And this is in Exodus chapter 32, starting with verse 7. The Lord said to Moses, "Go down, for your people whom thou brought out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf. They have worshipped it and sacrificed to it, and said, These are our gods, O Israel, that brought you up out of the land of Egypt." And the Lord said to Moses, "I have seen this people," get this now, "and behold, they are a stiff-necked people, stubborn. Now, therefore, let me alone." Another clue, "let me alone, that my wrath may burn hot against them, that I may destroy them, but I will make of you a great nation." Listen now, God did not have that wrath right at that point. He had to be left alone to think about it. Right now, when he thought about it, it says that his wrath would, he said of himself, his wrath would grow. He had to get to a place where it was pushing this tremendous love that he has, pushing it aside for his righteousness. Okay? So he has to get alone to get the wrath up where it pushes the love aside in order to have this wrath enough to destroy them. But Moses besought the Lord. Now look at this. This is you and me. All right? This is you and me. Besought the Lord his God and said, "Lord, why dost thou thy wrath blaze hot against your people whom you have brought forth out of the land of Egypt with great power and mighty hand?" Giving God the full glory. You did it, God. All right? Showing another character, all right? In presenting to the Father, you did this, Father. You're the one that showed your power and your glory and your mercy. Reminding God. Now he's reminding a creator that knows all things, all right, of how good he did. Now, verse 12. Why should the Egyptians, now here's where he's negotiating. Why should the Egyptians say, "For evil he has brought them forth, to slay them in the mountains and consume them from the face of the earth"? Turn. Now he's asking the Lord right now. He's speaking to him really strongly. Now I'm reading this out of the Amplified, by the way. He says, "Turn from your fierce wrath and change your mind concerning this evil against your people." Moses, a created being, talking to the Creator, his Creator, the Creator of all things that speaks everything, is say, "No, turn, right now, turn from your wrath," okay? And then verse 13, "Earnestly remember," now he's asking Father, the one that supposedly never forgets, all right? He says, "Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by your own self and said to them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of the heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of will I give to your seed, and they shall inherit it forever." Then, verse 14 this is the crux of the matter right here. "Then the Lord turned from the evil." In other words, he wasn't going to do evil. It's the word to use, the plan to kill. "Turned from the evil which he had thought to do to his people." Verse 15, "And Moses turned and went down from the mountain with the tables of the testimony in his hands," tables or tablets that were written on both sides. There you have it. Now, that is a picture, an excellent picture of how we are expected by God to deal with God. And it's so important to understand this when you are negotiating with the Lord. Now, there are many people in, I don't know how many, but I believe many people, maybe in my position. I want to negotiate with Father. I've been talking to him about this all the time. How do I negotiate a healing? How do I negotiate a deliverance? How do I negotiate living longer? Well, God has given me many, not me, given all of us, many examples in Scripture how to negotiate. So I want to take you through some of these, and that's why I'm doing this video separately, because I believe this can be set as a kind of an icon that we can use for years and years to come, that the church does not understand how Father wants us to negotiate with him. He does not want people that are just robots. He does not want that.